I remember well what starving was like and what it drove me to become. I remember seeing the pounds fall off. 175, 167, 62, 59, 55, 51, 49, 44. 141 scared the hell out of me. 132. Even my wrists started to look like they were made of paper instead of flesh and blood. 129, it was Christmas. I remember digging in garbage cans during July outside a pizza joint on 7th Avenue, looking for fresh crusts of pizza with the least amount of human saliva. I must have been quite a sight, constantly waving my arms around, trying to keep birds away from my treasure. I was way past washing my clothes in borrowed bathtubs. Lower, lower, lower. Suicide became an hourly presence surrounding my desperation. What would stop me the next time, if anything? I had become an animal just looking for a way to survive. I found a beautiful little Japanese cup that I snuck inside one apartment after another, becoming a milk thief. Surely they wouldn't miss what I thought was a thimble's worth of milk. It was only the beginning. Sickness nearly destroyed me on its own. I remember waking up on a hardwood floor in Brooklyn, sweat pouring out of me. Even my sweat was not right. It seemed thick, almost like pale brown blood, looking for a better place than inside this dying vessel. Shivering cold and blazing hot at the same time. I wondered if this was my last afternoon on earth, if this was finally it. I wasn't going to have to kill myself after all. It was going to be taken care of for me. 25 years old and waiting to draw my last breath. I managed to find some dry clothes. I don't remember if they were mine, but they were hanging off of me as I set out on a 9-block walk toward the doctor's office. A cold and bitter wind kicked up and made every block seem like a struggle to the death. At times, this wall of air was so strong that I closed my eyes and leaned into it. Its force made the flesh of my cheeks appear as if they were being peeled off of my face. I tried to hang in the current, looking for time to pray and recover. I did fall once on the street when the wind stopped on a dime and caught me relaxing my bone-weary legs. I fell forward in a heap. The palms of my hands were scraped and bleeding. My knees had caught the pavement as well. I remember thinking that if these were borrowed pants, they were a mess now. 2 more blocks to go. I needed to sit down and rest. I needed a blanket. I wanted to sleep on the street and keep warm. My body shook uncontrollably with every new step. Water, so thirsty. 20 minutes later, I can see the door to the doctor's office. I don't remember much after that. The only word I remember the doctor saying was pneumonia, and then I was out. 15 years later, instead of feeling overjoyed that I had survived, I found little happiness remembering all the people I hurt in my desperate days of survival. I hope they know how sorry I am.